The loss of the beloved and talented Lee Sun Gyun has turned upside down the Korean entertainment industry, and fellow colleagues have spoken out against what they perceive to be a witch hunt by the media and police. On top of it, they promised some shocking actions to be taken. In October 2023, the Incheon Metropolitan Police wrote an incident report about a case that involves several important people in the consumption of illegal substances. At that time, the public still had no clue that the report was about Lee Sun Gyun, but the media outlet Dispatch wrote about it, saying the police prepared this report on October 18th, 2023, based solely on the statements of informants Shin and Park, without verifying the facts. It is a sloppy interim report that doesn't even establish the facts. But although sloppy, this report somehow managed to get into the hands of another media outlet called Gyeonggi News, which exclusively stated that top star L under investigation for illegal substance use. So it became crystal clear that somebody had leaked the news without having straight facts, possibly in order to taint the actor's reputation, since the public was already speculating that Lee Sun Gyun could be the actor in question. At that point, everything went from bad to worse. On October 20th, the actor's agency, Hodu & You Entertainment, made an official statement. Our company is currently in the process of verifying the specific facts related to the allegations raised against Lee Sun Gyun. Additionally, Lee Sun Gyun has filed a complaint with the law enforcement agency against individual A, who is connected to the incident, for continuous blackmail and threats. And so Lee Sun Gyun's nightmare began. He was called in for questioning 3 times and had to take various tests in order for the police to establish if he did in fact inhale or smoke illegal substances while in the presence of A nightclub hostess where he was said to have engaged with said substances at least 5 times. However, the National Forensic Service's thorough examination of his hair and body hair and the results of preliminary urine tests both came back negative. The police had no solid evidence but still went on with long hours of questioning. The actor ultimately admitted, "I had taken it through the nose using a straw, but I thought they were sleeping pills. I did not know that they were illegal substances." The statement caused an immediate backlash from Korean netizens, as the idea of taking sleeping pills through a straw was too ridiculous, and some even stated that the actor knew exactly what he was doing. Since no hard evidence was being found, the questioning for the actor and A turned into a she said he said situation, and Lee's attorney requested a polygraph test, also known as a lie detector test. By that point, it was pretty clear that other than A's word, there wasn't much of an investigation to be continued, so it was only fair enough to determine which party involved was lying. However, while police were debating whether or not to carry out the test, the worst turn of events happened. On December 27th, the actor couldn't take it anymore and took his own life. And to add more to the pile of irregularities surrounding his scandal, the news of his passing was also leaked several minutes before the police made a statement confirming the identity of the actor. It's been almost a month since his passing, and the aftermath of the scandal is still burning up. There's no doubt that there was foul play regarding the case. So many details were revealed to the public that only increased the amount of hate the actor was getting due to the cancel culture. But the straw that broke the camel's back was that another media outlet revealed the content of his private letters to his wife and mother of his children, actress Jeon Hee-jin, and to the representative of his agency. Immediately after his passing, media outlet KBS also decided to reveal the content of a private phone call conversation between the actor and A, in which he expressed his feelings for her. This was another low jab to his family and friends. At that point, NBC announcer Lee Sun Gyun was the first in the media field to openly criticize her fellow colleagues. She stated this in a Facebook post: "While it's possible to criticize the actions of the deceased, I don't know what journalistic value there was in that report, except ruining someone's life. That report is just a knife wielded not just at the late Lee Sun Gyun, but it stabbed innocent people, his wife and his children. It is a lasting scar that would be difficult to heal in this digital era when everything is preserved on the internet." Even Dispatch, one of the most yellow journalism media outlets in Korea, took a public stand and published reports that claimed the media and the police were involved in a plot to leak private information about Lee Sun Gyun without verifying the details. In the report, Dispatch stated that Lee Sun Gyun has passed away, and the core issue lies in the police's negligence and the media reporting non-crucial information. Investigating deleting irrelevant transcripts, edited statements regarding the circumstances, and identifying the sources responsible is crucial. After Lee Sun Gyun's funeral, it was clear to his colleagues that something had to be done, or at least someone should speak out about how the media and the police managed the whole ordeal. Several important figures of the Korean industry, including the Busan Film Festival and the Korea Entertainment Producers Association, joined their forces under the newly formed organization called the Association of Solidarity of Cultural Artists. Their aim is to help prevent similar situations from occurring in the future, and on January 12th, 2024, they held a press conference with very strong messages. The acclaimed Oscar-winning film director Bong Joon Ho took the lead at the press conference and explained that it was during their fellow colleague's funeral that they realized what happened to the beloved actor could not be overlooked. Alongside Bong, several important figures in the Korean entertainment industry made his presence known, including the famous singer-songwriter Yoon Jong-shin. Bong started his speech by explaining that he and many more artists have bonded over the idea that there shouldn't ever be another person to experience what Lee Sun Gyun went through, and that we will call for a probe to discover the truth of Lee's case, request media outlets to delete articles that do not fulfill their function as journalism, as well as urge authorities to revise the law to protect the human rights of artists. When it came time for songwriter Yoon Jong-shin to read his statement, he strongly criticized the outlets for the part they played in the harassment Lee Sun Gyun received. He claimed, just because entertainers receive recognition from the public through the media doesn't mean that the media can report about entertainers without clear fact-checking. What yellow journalism and cyber wreckers are doing now should be fixed. The main points of the press conference were mostly about how the police, media outlets, journalists, and other authorities involved in the investigation of Lee's case needed to take responsibility for contributing to the actor's demise. The Association of Solidarity of Cultural Artists also expressed its concerns about the personal information that was leaked with no other intention than to taint the actor's reputation. The association advocated for Lee's family, since the private details belonged to his private life, and his family was in no shape to deal with more malicious reports in their time of grief. Another important point made is the intention to coordinate with other artistic organizations and to introduce the so-called Lee Sun Gyun Act, which is believed to safeguard artists' human rights. As a final note, they were also firm in stating that they would continue with their agenda until they get an acceptable result. The press conference was well received within the Korean entertainment industry, and several more actors have shown their support for what they believe could be a life-changing act of law. Actress Han Hyo-ju, famous for her role in Happiness, voiced her support through a shared photo posted on her Instagram stories. In the picture, you can see several members of the association at the press conference that took place earlier that day. Although it didn't have any attached text, it clearly showed solidarity with the purpose of the conference and the need for a proper investigation regarding her senior's demise. That same day, reporter Jang Yoon-sun uploaded a video on her YouTube channel in which she interviewed veteran actor Moon Song-goon about the case. Throughout the video, both of them discussed how the news of Lee Sun Gyun affected him and other colleagues so deeply that a whole organization was put together in record time to prevent situations like that in the future. Moon shared with the reporter a few details about the late actor's funeral and stated that in the midst of the event, a person who couldn't help it screamed, "How could he become a witch hunt victim just because he is a celebrity? Shouldn't we do something?" And that's how the idea of joining together to get justice for Lee Sun Gyun began. He added that it is the first time that artists have expressed their opinion collectively on such a scale. Many people suffered unfairness, and many people thought that they should be careful. Since the press conference, there has been some good news about Lee's case. On January 22nd, the Gyeonggi Southern Provincial Police Agency's anti-corruption investigation team showed up at Dispatch's premises with a search warrant to determine if the leak of Lee Sun Gyun's incident report came from one of their employees. The office of the Incheon Police Agency's Narcotics Crime Investigation Unit and other media outlets were also part of the search warrant, and the personal electronic devices of its employees were analyzed. The media outlet doubled down and published a statement with a strong message. After Lee Sun Gyun's demise, we released the internal police report. This document exposes the flaws of the police. We hope that the Gyeonggi Southern Police's search and seizure will not be used to cover up the police's flaws. Lee Sun Gyun's sudden demise has taken a toll on on the whole industry, and for the first time ever, important figures in the scene have come together to defend one of their own when the system that was supposed to protect him failed him.